Right, so we haven't done a video for quite a while now. We certainly haven't done a weekly update that we've released. It's been a while. You can tell which sort of idiot's here because he knows I hate that. We'll introduce him in a minute. The purposes of what's in the background, George is here. He's been absent for quite some time, doing a lot of police stuff now. I'm probably going to talk to George a bit about that because it's just interesting to see how someone has diversified in terms of the content and how interesting that is in terms of what support they get on each video. So yeah, George arrived yesterday. They don't know you've arrived. So George arrived yesterday after you haven't been here for like 3 months or something now.
I have, since last time. Do they not know?
No, go on.
I basically get free rent up there and just don't tell the council tax man. But either way, I live up there and my name's George and I also make videos.
The look on Ben's face you needed to capture then when he was like, oh, that wasn't even a funny joke.
Upstairs.
So yeah, you haven't been here for about 2 or 3 months now, have you? You've been doing a lot of police content.
You could say that. Been doing a few videos here and there.
You've done a few other bits with 𝙎𝙭𝙪𝙮𝙬𝙤𝙬, you painted a bumper. You've done
loads
Dip
and
Demons.
loads of bits. Yeah, Dip Demons, 𝙎𝙭𝙮𝙮, police stuff, TikTok. Had a mini blow up on TikTok, had a mini blow up on Instagram. And I'm back here now to work
Mini
on
blow up, not Mini the actual vehicle, an actual...
Yeah, my John Cooper Works Mini blew up. No, I'm just being annoying on purpose, guys. I've just been busy doing stuff that isn't necessarily mods on the ST.
We're just saying before, we talked off camera before, and I was just mentioning then in the start of this video, it's interesting to see the diversity of like what viewers are enjoying watching. You know, in terms of the content that you're producing with the police stuff and everything, and the original viewers, because obviously before you started doing the police content, you had 11,000 subscribers, which wasn't a small channel anyway, was it?
Well, yeah, but you've got to remember those 11,000 subscribers were built up of people that had come here for this car.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And now, obviously, we're at 33,000 near enough, and a lot of that audience is made up of people that care about the law of modified cars.
Yeah.
Whereas they're not so invested in my car. But don't know that, you know, that's not going to
stop you doing what you want to do.
But don't worry, that's not going to stop me on my path. I still have an invested interest in this, and in the politest way possible, I don't really care about the views. If I'm making good content and I know that it's adding value to at least a couple of people, I'm a happy man. I'm sure you are too.
Yeah,
so.
it's just been interesting. Yeah. The way that people have reacted and the impression that people have got has changed in the comments and feedback.
I'm going to move this. So now I can make Lee's editing really hard. Check this out. This is basically, guys, a little bit of information. If you do ever edit audio and someone does this, it's annoying.
So you can just chop that bit out.
No, I do it on purpose. Lee's going to have to mess with it.
But with regards to yours, we've got a few bits coming up for you. So we've got
2 front wheel bearings first, and then we've got side skirts, front splitter, rear spats, diffuser, and then tomorrow, the illicit day of bringing back Underglow, courtesy of Autobeam, to the Ford scene, but the car scene in general.
What brand of
Autobeam down here.
No, I mean what brand of splitters are you going for, George?
We're taking out ones on my car currently, and we're replacing it with Maxton. So Maxton Design have been very, very kind to get involved and help me out. So we're going to be seeing how they look.
See you missing your BD hoodie today.
I see where your joke came from now, and I'm picking up on the fact that I'm wearing a Maxton Design hoodie, you know, as you can see. It just about fits me, so it's okay.
So what have you got planned going forwards? Have you got anything you can allude to on the police stuff, or?
Loads of, we've got a quite exciting video coming forward in regards to what you would do if you came across a motorcyclist in an accident. So how you as a member of the public deal with someone in a bad way. Yeah. Because obviously if you were to intervene and someone had hurt themselves, you could potentially make them worse. Yeah. So there's going to be a video on what you should do as a member of the public in regards to that. We're going to be calling that Biker Down. We've got a Think Bike one coming up as well. I'm going to be filming a video even
What's
today.
What's the Think Bike one? Is that road safety aimed
So that's road safety
bikers,
again, motorbikes, yeah.
Or cars, round bikes?
We're also going to try and do modifications on motorbikes as well, because that's a very untapped market in regards to what we're doing. But we just got so much, just anything that you can imagine that's on the road, or in the air for that matter, or a boat or whatever, everything to do with safety, we're going to try and cover.
Right, here's a difficult question for you. How do you feel not being so much of you're almost like an interviewer stroke presenter for your channel sometimes, not always, on some of the police videos. How did that, I noticed that it's changed for you in terms of how you
mean
operate.
I'm not so much the front-facing?
No, still you are, but you've taken on more of a presenter's, interviewer's role in some videos.
I think, and I'm not saying this is coming from you, I think that anyone that might have that view would think that from an ego side of things, it would be important for me to be the centre of
I don't think
focus.
so, but you've said that a channel always needs a figurehead.
It does, and no, that's what I'm saying. So I think that maybe 3 years ago I would have been like, oh, that's a big issue. But I think I'm not thinking about the opinion of maybe the viewers in tomorrow's video, but in regards to the opinion of companies, brands, and employers 3 to 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So for me, it's very much building a portfolio, and it's becoming a person that adds value, so that YouTube would have been my entry Golden Gate CV, so to speak, and then maybe not so much Top Gear, but something big like that 5 years from now would be an option, because I'd had the smarts, if you like, to do what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are invested in money, wrapping their car, buying cars on finance, and doing things maybe the wrong way. Whereas I'm thinking, I don't care about the views right now, but think bike, horse safety, caravan safety and stuff will add value for me going forward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
When Owen was on the channel originally, I think we'll try and make an effort to put a link in somewhere here up above for the original first version of
the audio was just...
Well, it wasn't that so much, George. It was the awkwardness. Obviously, you were prepared and you knew exactly what to do, but you were working with a new person who maybe you'd primed, but he came on leaps and bounds within a couple of videos, didn't he? And just came out of his shell. And
he's a natural born presenter.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely. Yeah, but if you'd looked at the first video, you would have never assumed that, would you? You've got to be honest, you would have never assumed that it was going to turn out this way, that you'd have dragged him out of his shell so much, because originally he was very static, and also...
Well, he wasn't going to know the value that it was going to bring to the community anyway.
Or that the people were going to gel with him so much.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think he's obviously offered a lot of value to the scene in general, the car scene, and that the police have realised that this is a really good way of getting through to people. And while there might be a couple of people that say, look, what a waste of time, what a waste of taxpayers' money, which it's not. Obviously, Owen doing it in his spare time as well. But
they would have gone to a show and done that and spent thousands of pounds anyway. You know, if there was various options, you've shown on in some of your other videos that the police and the fire brigade go out to events and do things like that, and they'd had these modified cars, like Honda that he showed in the video, that they went out and did demos and stuff with, so they already had a budget for education.
No marketing budget could have beaten our 77 million views in total.
Yeah, exactly. So, exactly. That's what people don't realise, and that's why we do this, and that's why it's not a huge issue for a company as to exactly how much overall you get on one video. It's about the cumulative response of people overall, isn't it?
That's what I was saying to Lee off camera. It is hard as a creator to not associate your self-esteem with the views you're getting. And even now, I will sit here and say views don't matter, but I will feel shit or shitty or worse if my views are down later. But you just got to remind yourself, like, it doesn't matter. You've
said before that some of the stuff that Lee, that we've done, or Lee's done on his own, that has been some of the best stuff that we've produced, and yet it's got no views. And then some of the simplest videos that we've edited, for instance, some of the Mark III ones, have got absolutely tens of thousands of views against something we've spent so long and so much time and so much effort from everybody involved to produce, and that's what's disheartening sometimes. But like I said, we're just going to continue to do what makes us happy. You're going to continue to do what makes you happy.
And there's something I remember the other day, and this is a bit cringy, but it's true. So when I had a couple hundred subs, I came across a girl on Tinder that had 3,500 subscribers. I wrote her an email on Instagram to say, I know this might come across as creepy, but I would love to learn YouTube from you. You are a creator, you're so successful. I would love to learn everything YouTube. And to look back and think she has 3,500 subs, and even, I'm not going to mention her, but even judging by her content, which in my opinion now is awful, I looked up to her because of the numbers. When you had 1,000 subs, you would have pined to have had 3.5K. Let
Yeah,
alone
totally
7.5K.
Totally agree. Yeah.
And then now, you know, 10K. I've got 33K. Like, that's amazing. And it's just...
Yeah, not belittling
to...
numbers, you know, not belittling things, but in the grand scheme of things, as a number, you know, when you look on Social Blade, we're positioned, you know, 1,200,018 or whatever.
But what if Social Blade only showed you people below you?
Yeah.
You'd be like, wow, we're killing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Glasses
1,500 views in a day. Oh my God.
Isn't it? Like, yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with you. But
imagine so 1,500 people in here.
Yeah, I know.
You'd be pulling your hair out.
I know.
Exactly.
I haven't got any left.
Well,
almost.
You've got some on your face, haven't you?
So
guys,
we're...
Sorry, I hate to have delved into YouTube with you guys, because I know it's boring for people that don't make YouTube videos, but this is just what happens when me and Darren meet up after a couple of months not seeing each other and get to rant about YouTube on YouTube, ironically.
Right guys, so that's it for now. I'm going to leave George with the lads, getting on with fitting the bits that they've got to George's car. It's nice to see George back in the workshop, doing some bits and bobs to his home car. Now I know he's been busy getting that content out to you guys surrounding the law, whether it be animal safety on the roads, caravans, cars, modifications. It's great to see he's here to help you guys out. Now, if you like what you've seen on the channel, please consider subscribing to both our channel and to George's. Hit that bell icon to stay notified and give this video a like. If there's something else that you'd like to see in the future, make sure that you comment it down below. For now, I'm going to sign out and leave it at that. Make sure you check out some other content with George and other YouTubers up above. Thanks guys, stay safe and see you soon.